In this video, I'm going to show you how to shape your clay once you've made a cylinder. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get it wet on the outside by just drizzling some water on top of the cylinder there. And the first thing you want to do before you start shaping it into all these different shapes is make sure that the clay is nice and sturdy and has a straight wall. Because right now it kind of comes in like this and then it gets a little wobbly and then it goes back up. So one thing I want you to do is take this guy. This will be your best friend, okay? When you're throwing clay. You're gonna hold it on the side like this. And now what we're gonna do you see that gap? We're gonna take our hand on the inside and we're just gonna slowly push the clay onto the tool. Now I'm gonna slowly let off. You can kind of see it's starting to get a little wobbly. So let's go ahead and put that tool right here. And I'm just gonna slowly drag my finger up the tool. And what we're doing is we're straightening out this wall so that it's nice and straight. And what this does is it helps get the clay nice and sturdy. So basically when you're throwing, and let's say you get a really wobbly cylinder, this is your best friend right here to get it nice and smoothed out. So we're just gonna do it one more time. I'm just taking my inside finger, lining it up with this tool, and just slowly, very gently dragging it up the tool on the inside. So now that we've got a nice and straight looking cylinder here, we're gonna shape the clay. So let's go ahead and smooth out the top real quick, just if we'd like to. And now to shape the clay, there's a couple different ways. You could either take the sponge, put it in down here, and if you want the clay to come out, just push on the inside. And look, it'll start to kind of do this round thing. If you want the clay to go in, you're going to push from the outside. So if we push the top in like this and slowly kind of push in and up, it's going to kind of roll that top in. Okay? Now I'll do it with the shaping tool. So one thing you want to do is make sure the tip's down at the base there. And I'm just going to slowly drag my finger up the tool. And it's going to kind of match the shape of the tool, right? And I'm going to slowly let off. Check that out. Now another thing I can do is I could hold it here and I can shape by pushing the clay onto the tool like this. Just slowly dragging my finger up the tool there. Now with this guy, this is your metal rib tool. So just like the wood one, it's a little more advanced because it bends and flexes. But one thing you can do is shape it with this guy because it's round. So if we want to kind of embrace this, we'll just kind of put the tool on here and just gently push on to the tool from the inside. Now because our rim is nice and it's a little bit thicker, which is good, we can turn this guy like this. We can actually really push onto the tool like this if we wanted and widen it out and stretch it a little more. Now you can kind of push from the outside if you want with this tool. Shaping, basically you apply pressure on the inside or outside. Just never both at the same time because then you'll thin it out and then it'll collapse. So that is how you shape.